Hello, welcome to Zigmatech Learning Hub. I will be your instructor for mathematics. For this class, we are going to be taking our exercises from the ExamGuide app. If you don't have the application already installed on your device, I will want you to download the app in order to follow along in this class. ExamGuide is a leading educational app that helps students prepare adequately for various exams like UTME, post-UTME, WEAC, GC, KCPE, IJMB, JUPEB, KCPE, BESE, SSCE, NCEE, and NECO, etc. You can download the app from www.examguide.com or Google Play Store. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to be updated on new videos. Ready for today's class, okay? Let's get started. Welcome to today's class. We shall be talking about transformation. Transformation simply means when the dimension or direction or both of them of a shape changes. We say such shape has been transformed. We're also going to look at another form of it, which will lead to what we call congruencies. From congruencies, we'll begin to talk about its types, which goes this way: reflection, translation, and rotation. Specific objective at the end. Look at what you expected to know. Number one of it is define transformation. That is the definition of transformation. 2, list types of congruencies. Explain each of the types you have listed. Then solve problem on them, one after the other. Like I said before, transformation means when the position, dimension of a shape or both of them changes. You said such object or shape has been transformed. That such a phenomenon is called what? Transformation. Note, if the image has the same dimension as the original shape, it's called congruencies. Look at this triangle. First triangle, let's say this is a triangle. That comes this way. You can see it's the same triangle, it's just that it has been transformed. The shape, the dimension are the same, meaning there is no change in its size. That is what you call congruencies. But transformation itself is dealing with the dimension and the position of the object. When this triangle, the former position was here, it has been moved to this place, meaning it has been transformed. Now let us consider the different types of congruencies we have. Number one, types of congruencies. One is the translation. 2, reflection. And the third one is rotation. Now let us pick them one after the other to explain and solve a related problem on them. When we talk about translation, it's just a movement in a straight line. Movement in a straight line. Okay, there is a formula that we can apply to solve a translation given the object. Let's say object is always equal to image. Now look at object xy. If you want to translate this object to another form, to create an image, it will imply what? X plus A, Y plus B. Where A and B are the translation that will be assigned to the objects given to you in the question. Translation, just a movement in a straight line. Look at, this is P, it move. Continue to go that way. Can you see it? movement in a straight line. This is the practical aspect of it, or trying to know it in a real life so that you understand properly what translation is. Let's look at question. Example, the vertices of a quadrilateral ABCD have the coordinates A as coordinate 1, A minus 1, 3, B 1, 4, C 2, 3, and D 1, 2. These are the objects. We need to create the image. So the question goes this way: determine the coordinates of the image of ABCD under the translation. Under translation 4, 2. This is the translation. Now, our job or work here is to create the image of these objects, A, B, C, D. To create image for this A, B, C, D, the image will imply A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. You can see them. The image of A is A prime. The image of B is B prime. Image of C, C prime. That of D, D prime. Now let us apply our formula for translation. Object equals image X plus A, Y plus B, where A, B equals 4 and 2. That is the translation. Under the translation 4, 2. To implement this translation together with our object in order to enable us to create an image, look at what you have. For A, which is minus 1, 3, A prime equals minus 1 plus 4, 3 plus 2, to give us 3, 5. So minus 1 plus 4 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. For B, which is 1, 4, the B prime will imply B, that is 1, 4, plus translation 4, 2, which is the sentence as saying 1 plus 4, 4 plus 2, which will give us 5, 6. This is the image of B. Now, the image of C, let's create an image for C. C, originally known to be 2, 3, the image of C, C prime, will give us C itself plus translation to give us 2 plus 4, 3 plus 2 equals 6, 5. So the image C prime is 6, 5. Finally, for D, D prime will give us D itself 1, 2 plus the translation. One plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 2 is 4. So D prime is 5 and 4. Okay, let us see this, how it's going to look on a graph sheet. Let us write down all our images on one side. That is, A prime equals 3, 5. B prime will give us 5, 6. C prime 6, 5. Then D prime 5, 4. Let us draw and see the nature of what we have. This is our object, while this is our image. Okay. Let us make a sketch to represent this. The origin of the graph is the point of intersection. This is x-axis, y-axis, x negative, y positive. So, the highest value for s under object is 2. Y under image is 6. Meaning, let us divide it into division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct the negative side, -1, -2, -3, -4. Correct for y, -2, -3, -4, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let us plot the object A, B, C, D for A -1 against 3. So we'll do it, we'll plot it this way. -1 against 3. You plot. Call it A. For B, 1, 4, C1, C4 under y-axis. Plot it. Call it B. For C, 2, 3. This is 2. Y here is 3. Somewhere here. You call it C. YD, 1, 2. Here. Call it D. Now let us link them together. 1. Can you see it? This is the object given to us. Now let us see its image. Remember, you are dealing with translation. Translation, a movement in a straight line. That is what we agreed. Now let us see if indeed it is a translation. Now, the image for A prime 3, 5, C3, 3, 5, somewhere here, you call it A prime. For B prime 5, 6, C5 here, C6 here. B prime. For C prime 6, 5, C6, C5 somewhere here, C6 here. Okay. C prime. For D, D prime is 5, 4, C5, C4, trace. Meet them together. D prime. Now let us join. Can you see it now? This is just a movement in a straight line. See the object, see the image. It was moving like this. Can you see it? So another one can be produced this way. Here, another one is still on a straight line. The image didn't come down, rather it was moving on a straight line. So this justifies translation. Let's see another one. You can see that's the diagram for it. Okay, we're talking about reflection now. We'll talk about reflection. Reflection is the image you see when you look in a mirror. Especially women, for you to go out, you always look at the mirror. That image you are seeing is your reflection. Now, the line of the mirror is called line of asymmetry. Look at what I mean by line of a mirror. If you have mirror here, this is object P. When I say its line, say line. It is a mirror, somebody standing here, and object is here, with this way. Can you see the mirror? This is the line, it's called line of symmetry. This is a line of symmetry under reflection. Line of symmetry. Okay, now let us use letters to represent the full interpretation of reflection so that while we solve, you get to understand the meaning of what you are doing. If you have P, if this P reflects, it will come this way, looking like Q. Reflect again, reflect it again. In other words, you can call reflection a flip. When you have a notebook, as you flip this way, that is reflection. You are flipping, flipping, flipping. Okay. If you reflect this again, it will come this way. Let us create a mirror line. This is mirror line. Line of symmetry. Let us reflect B. If you reflect B, it becomes D. Reflect again, B. Reflect it again, D. Reflect again, B. You keep on reflecting. Reflect this again. Reflect it again. Reflect, reflect, reflect. It will continue to go that way. However, there is a formula for reflection. Reflection can be in the line X. It can be in the line Y. It can be on the line Y equals S or Y equals minus X. Let us look at it. Reflection in the line, in the X-axis. Now we're talking about the S-axis when our reflection is based on X-axis. What happened? The image will be formed this way. Look at object is permanent. X, Y is the object to produce X and minus Y, meaning the image of a reflection, when it is in the X-axis, the image of this object will change to this. There is no change observed in X-axis, but the Y-axis, there is a change, which is minus Y. Let's take example. Example 1. If the point P 4,2 is reflected in the X-axis, find the image. This is not a big deal. What do you expect to do? Just apply the formula you know already. By telling us or letting the examiner to know this is an object and this object will be reflected this way. It's going to be reflected this way. 4 minus 2. This is the solution to this question. That's all. There's nothing much about reflection, but let us look at it when it is the Y-axis question. What will happen and its formula? It's just the opposite of what we've done when it is X-axis. For X-axis, Y is taking negative. Then for Y-axis, X will take the minus sign. So the image when it's reflected in the y-axis is this. See the image. Look at question. The point P, 3,2, is given to us. Now, if it's reflected in the y-axis, find its image. This one, this time around, is not longer reflecting in the x-axis, but reflecting in the y-axis. If it's reflected in the y-axis, so our object will produce an image this way, -3 and 2. That's all. Some of you may be wondering how this thing actually goes. Let's look at a little sketch of graph. This is an object. This is, let's say, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Look at it. It's only positive side we have. So this 1, 2, 3. Y-axis, x-axis. When x is 2, y is 3. Meaning just here. Can you see it? This is plotting. Then, its image, x becomes -3, something here. Y is +2, meaning here against here. Can you see it? So, that's all. You trace, if you want to trace it this way. It's just a straight line. Let's look at another one. When the reflection is in the line y equals x, meaning the position of x becomes the position of y, while the position of y becomes the position of x as the image of the object when the reflection is in the line y equals x. In the line y equals x, when y is equal to s, object, the image, y will take position of s, y this will take position, this object O, y this is image I. So this is just the formula. So if the point P 3,2 is reflected in the line y equals x, this object reflecting in the line y equals x, what do you do? You create the formula. This is the object. Our solution becomes what? 2 and 3. That's all. You don't stress yourself so much about this. So let's look at the next question here. Reflection in the line y equals -s. The same formula will still serve you, but the only difference is that there's going to be a minus sign in your formula. So meaning object xy equals image minus y minus x. So if the point P 3,2 is reflected in the line y equals -s, that is, if point 3,2 is reflected in this line y equals -s. So our image, find the, or determine the image of it. What do you have now? This implied image, -2, -3. That is all. Talking about reflection when it is in the line y equals -x. The solution for the question will be what? -2, -3. So we're going to be talking about rotation in our next class, so that you can't miss the formula of reflection, translation, and rotation together. That's why in this our first class we decided to take only translation and reflection. So in our next class we'll consider only rotation and enlargement. Thank you for participating in today's class. You can practice more questions using the ExamGuide app. The app scores and give a detailed explanation of all the questions at the end of your practice test. You can learn a particular topic of interest with different modes like study mode, mock mode, and practice mode. It also has other features that make learning fun. It is a must for all serious students. Download from www.examguide.com if you don't have it yet. See you in the next class. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell and share the videos to people that will benefit from it. Bye.